The word of the day is focus. Okay, so we've all heard the word focus. We all understand practically what it means, but I'm just going to go ahead and point it out because it matters so much in your journey about what you focus on and, everything like that. So focus is pretty much what you put your attention on. What you put your attention on, you give energy to, and it's also an activity. So with it, whenever you focus, I swear to God, Danielle, stop.
Both of my feet are asleep. Mom, it hurts so bad.
Just focus the pain away.
Fuck you and your focus. I'm focusing. I'm trying not to drop dead like a fucking fly.
Oh, I swear. I might just leave this shit in here.
My fucking feet! Oh! Ah! No, my
Oh, okay. Let's get back to focus. Let's refocus on this. Okay, so pretty much with focus, what you give your attention to, you give energy to, and it's an activity. So like whenever you are focusing on all the bad stuff that's happening around you, if you're constantly looking at every negative thing that's happening, you can't see the good things. When you're focusing on all the things that are going wrong in life, you can't find a solution to be able to get out of that situation. So, why I bring up focus is because of the fact that what you focus on, you give your energy to. And with that, your energy is important. Your energy is what you need to be able to get out of whatever situation you may be in. So, whenever you are working on dealing with a toxic employee, if you are focused on all the little things that they are doing to instigate and to cause problems and all of that stuff, if you're like hyper fixated on all of that stuff, then all you're going to think about is that. You're giving all your energy to that. But if you focus on how funny it is that the person is acting a certain way, if you focus on, say, something that you're really interested in and creating, if you focus on, say, what your plans are with going and doing something with your kids or going out and doing something with friends, if you're focused on something else other than what is happening, you are not wasting any energy on it. You are not leaking any of your energy to things that do not need your energy. Things that are trying to take your energy, but you aren't giving it any energy. So, yes, like having to go to school sucks, but if all you focus on is how crappy school is, then that's what you're giving your energy to. So instead, focus on the people that you get to see, or, the fun activity in a class that you enjoyed, little things. Sometimes you have to find the littlest thing to focus on just to be able to endure or enjoy something. And that goes into like a point, a subject, a goal. So think of focus also as it is in balance. Now, something that ballerinas do, something that gymnasts do, In yoga, they teach it. I love it in yoga because, like, if you're going to balance, you have to find a spot, like a fixated spot that you have to, like, just stare at, like you're going to burn a hole in that spot, because it helps you balance. You have to hyper focus on that one little spot. And it's the same thing for whenever I go out rollerblading with my oldest daughter. We were practicing some kind of like balancing moves and stuff like that, like lifting legs up, you know, like trying to like do tricks and stuff. And so in that, you have to find a spot to focus on so that you can keep your balance. Same kind of thing. In life, you have to find a specific thing, like a goal or like some kind of subject. And I feel like people with autism kind of like have a little bit more of an advantage on this one, because sometimes you can get hyper fixated on some things, you know? Like sometimes you just get really into something and, you know, that's where you're at. But yeah, that's something that you have a specific point, a subject or goal that you are actually working towards. So say for, you know, whatever you're working on, like the Pluto retrograde, you're focusing on, you know, working through some kind of trauma, or you're trying to work through some kind of people pleasing, letting go of people pleasing and stuff like that. It doesn't matter which thing you're working on something to be able to like get to a different place. So you have to hyper focus on what you are working on. So I'm not saying that you have to like, it has to be your every encompassing breath. I'm just saying that you are working on that thing and you're not allowing the other things to take away from it. So there are other people that are going to come in and want to like, you know, knock you off your track and, you know, want to, you know, pull you back down into that bucket because, you know, that crab mentality. And instead you're more focused on what you're working on. There are going to be some people that are going to want to party, you know, and, you know, go and do all this fun stuff, and you're like, but I'm working on myself right now, you know, focusing on you. It's the same thing with people that are all in on their, you know, health and their money, and, you know, they start to really hyper fixate on ways to make money, ways to like better themselves, going to the gym and working out, or like all of this stuff that they do to really just hone in on becoming a better version of themselves. Same concept. So why I bring this up is because of the fact that you need focus to help you know what to put your energy into, because there are going to be times when your attention, you get distracted. You know, I have ADHD, I get it. You know, squirrels are always all over the place, I swear. Rainbow squirrels, you know, all over with glitter. They're always running around. But I also have to remind myself to stay focused, to get back in it, because, you know, what do you want more? That instant gratification? Or do you want what you are trying to achieve, which might take a little bit more time, might be a little bit harder, but it's definitely worth a lot more. So, yes, focus is going to be a big deal, especially whenever it comes to trying to transform and change your reality, because you have to change your reality within before the reality outside of you changes. Okay? And I wish you lots of luck and lots of love, and you got this. Keep growing.